Alrighty guys, good evening. Madman Mondello coming at you live from the Garden Garage here in beautiful Alabama. Mr. Tyler Williams. Okay, good old Tyler here went ahead and he went and purchased an Xbox off the website from us. And, well, here it is, Tyler, it's all done. Alright, you wanted the Slim. Got a 500 gig drive in it. It's up on line servers, along with a 10-day trial of the Purge. Alright, got BO2, MW3, and Ghost All Posts. Okay, as well as Jiggy and Sentinel Gsc Menus. Alright, so tell you what we're going to do. We're going to fire this puppy up, all right, and hopefully within the same amount of luck it will boot. Now, pay attention to the screen, and I'm going to go through this thing with you, okay, because the simple fact is I want you to get it online for the first time and all the network and everything else, and I'm going to go through a lot of stuff with you, okay, so please pay attention to this. It's kind of important. Reflex, what's happening, man? Good to see you, brother. How's everything going? I hope well. It's going good for me. I'm running around like an idiot again. So anyway, we're booting up, okay, and as you can see, welcome to Alliance, and we're going to get one more. It's going to be a notification from the Purge, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this thing with you, okay? And I'm going to show you what you got on here, all right, before we do anything else, okay? So, all right, there we are. Welcome to the Purge. You've got 12 days remaining. Life is good. Okay, under emulators, all right, you got FCEUX, you've got, which is Super Nintendo system. Oh, no, excuse me, that's NES. Sorry about that. Nintendo Entertainment Center. Okay, and then of course you have Super SNES, okay, which is Super Nintendo, all right, SNES 360. You got MAME, okay. You got Genesis Plus 360, and you got Game Boy, all right. So there's a whole bunch of emulators on there for you, all right. Now, Xbox Classic games. There is a whirlwind of classic games on here as well that should keep you busy for a while. These are the original Xbox games. I'm going to show you how to run them as well. All right, then of course we have our homebrew section where we have all of our tools that reside to blow the console up, okay? So, you know, once you know what you're doing, some of these tools can be very dangerous and detrimental to you and your Xbox, all right? So just leave that food for thought in your head there. All right, then of course you have Xbox Live Arcade, okay? Mind-boggling amount of arcade games, a load of arcade games, all right? And then of course you have your Xbox 360 games, okay? Now there's a bunch on there. There's a few more titles in there. You know, so on and so forth. I will go through all of these with you, as you can see. These are all the stuff that's on there. Yes, we got the trilogy here. Okay, wait a minute. That needs to go here. Sorry about that. Oh, there. Okay. And as you can see, it goes on and on and on and on and on, and it continues. And we're going to wind up back here. Okay? So, plenty of titles. All right? Now, to get to the original dashboard, go to your homebrew section right here. Then what I want you to do is go to Xbox 360 dashboard. Hit the A button, hit it again. It'll take you to the original dash. We had a little update on our server, as you can see. It's orange now. Okay? Again, Tyler Wells, welcome to no, it should be Tyler Williams. Sorry about that. sorry. Lost my mind there. I'll fix that, okay? Anyway, back, okay, and of course, here we are. And, you know, title screen has changed a little bit, as you can see. And my developer is doing some things. He's doing things. Don't know exactly what, but he's doing things, okay? So, anyway, all right, now, the guide, there you are. All right, and then over in our fifth tab, we have our BO2 cheats, Ghost cheats, Modern Warfare 3 cheats, Modern Warfare 2 cheats, so on and so forth. Modern Warfare 2, I do believe, is experimental right now, so just, you know. Anyway. Okay, now to get back to FSC dash, just smash the A button with Xbox Home. That will take you back. Alright, and then I'm going to show you if this has multiple dashboards on it, okay, because a lot of people like FSD, a lot of people like Aurora, a lot of people like FX Menu, a lot of people like the stock dashboard. You can do it either way, it doesn't really matter, okay? So I'm going to show you what I mean by that. In our homebrew section, we'll go on over to Dash Launch, and I'll show you what the settings are here, okay? Under Paths, you will have, okay, a bunch of stuff here. Now, I'm going to show you here, okay, how we set these things up here, okay? See, as you can see, it's default freestyle dash, okay? That's your default, all right? Now, we can make a button, okay? We can use the button B, all right? Now, we can go to our hard drive, okay? And then what we'll do is we can go to Content, all right? We'll go to the 16.0 folder, of course. And then it's going to bring up that, and I will show you what we can do with this. We will go down to FX Menu, which is right there, okay? So we'll hit that, okay, and now you can see button B, if you hold that down, it's going to bring you to FX Menu. Button Y, okay, want the stock dashboard, okay, now you can press these buttons while it's booting up and it will boot to that dash, okay? So we're going to change button Y, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to HDD, alright? We're going to make this real easy, because in Homebrew, what I have sitting in there is your dash, right there. So we'll use that, alright? And then for left bumper, we'll use Aurora, okay? So we'll go to HDD, okay? We will click Aurora, and we will use the Aurora XEX, okay? There you go. Now, what we do now is we can actually hit the RB button, go to HDD, X to save it, okay, and we're good to go. Now, what's going to happen is now we're booting the FSD, but you have all those other options, okay. Now, if you want to change those options, okay, let's say you want to change the options, all right. Let's say instead of default for Freestyle Dash, let's just say you want to use Aurora, okay. Well, it's real easy. All you got to do is to change that default. Just hit A, okay, and then back out to the double dot folder, okay, go to Aurora, okay, and go to Aurora XEX, okay. Now it's going to boot up into Aurora instead of FSD, and you could do the same thing with left bumper and use that for FSD if you want. Doesn't matter, okay. You can change it whichever way you want. But anyway, we'll go ahead. We'll do this real quick. We'll save it, all right, and it's saved. Now we will hit B, and it will reboot. And now we will boot into Aurora. Andre, good to see you, brother. How you been, man? Oh, dude, you got to see. I'm doing a giveaway. I'm working on this right here. Pretty cool, huh? We're getting there. We're getting there on it. It's gonna be pretty neat when it's done. Okay, so anyway, okay, now set you up over here. Okay, there we go. All right, now as you can see, we're back at Aurora. Now, mind you. Hold on here. Okay, so I hate when it does that because it goes back to the default settings. We're going to hit B. Alright, and we don't need, those are multiple disc games, so of course it lists out the games. So the way to get rid of them is you hide them. Okay, so what you do then, you see, now we only have one of these instead of three. Okay, because that's a multi-disc game right there. Alright, so anyway, alright, now, as you can see, this is Aurora. Okay. Now, we're in the Xbox 360 folder. This is all your Xbox 360 games, okay? All of them. Okay, now, all right, I'm going to show you here. If you hit the back button, it's going to bring up your context menu. There's your file manager like you would have in FSD, okay? Except, you know, it's a little different, but it's there, okay? Now, you have scripts. You can run scripts. You have the Aurora repo browser, which they have programs on there that you can download right directly to this dashboard and everything else, you know, so on and so forth. Alright, and you got to restart, reboot, and shut down. We're back out of there. And then what we'll do, we'll hit start. Okay? Start brings up your other context menu, which is the business end of this thing. As you can see, your assets, you can download and import your icons, box art, all that crap, okay? Change the language, whatever you want to do. Alright? Your profile, you can select a profile to auto log in if you want. Your content folder, this is where all the stuff resides, okay? All of the content that's on the hard drive, okay? You have your modules, which is FTP, Nova, and Dash One. Nova's like Link for FSD. It allows you to play with other modded Xboxes online. Okay? FTP is File Transfer Protocol. You could use that to transfer files back and forth if you don't want to use Neighborhood and you want to keep it simple. Okay? And you have your language, security, and about. Okay? Now, okay. Now, to change the folder here, hit RB. Okay, and I'm not talking about Arby's with their sandwiches or anything like that. The RB button, the shoulder button, right shoulder button, or left shoulder button. Okay, you can see the context menu comes up below. Okay, use the D-pad to go over to the right there, hit it, and now it will bring up all your Xbox Live Arcade. And you do it again. You can go left or right, it doesn't matter. There's your emulators. Okay, your classic games, your homebrew section, your indie games, and back to show all, and that shows everything that's on the hard drive, okay? So, you know, that's Aurora for you, okay? All of these dashboards are already all set up and everything, so you don't have to go crazy downloading title art and all that crap. You know, it's already been done, all right? So now what we'll do is we will go ahead and we will change this back to FSD for now. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back into the homebrew section, and then we're going to go to Dash Launch. We're going to change it, okay? Here's our paths. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to default. Okay, now we're going to change that back to FSD. So we're going to hit A, and then we're going to hit A at the double dot folder. We're going to back out of there. We're going to go down to Freestyle. We're going to choose Freestyle with A, and then we're going to hit A, and that's going to choose the default XEX. Then we're going to hit RB. We're going to bring it down to HDD, X to save it, B to back out. Now we'll reboot back into FSD. So as you can see, you can change whatever dashboard you want to boot up into. Okay? So, you know, there you go. So you got the multitude of them. There you are. Okay? Now, all right. Now, just to show you here. Okay? All right. Now, look. All right. We're going to sign in. I want to show you. I want to show you the off hosts that we got. Okay? I'm going to use BO2 for the off host right now because that also covers the Gsc menus that are on it too. All right. The off host is the same for Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2, you know, BO2, and Ghost. It's the same off host. D-pad left to open it, X to select, B to back out. Okay. You know, as far as Jiggy's concerned, Jiggy for BO2 is simply holding left trigger, push down on the right thumbstick. That will enable the menu. All right, and you can use A to select and then X to back out, and you know, and that's how you close out Jiggy. All right, and then for Sentinel, holding left trigger, push down on the right thumbstick. All right, use X to select, and then hold in left trigger, push down the right thumbstick, and that will back you out. Okay, you know, I mean, it's the way that they were programmed. I didn't do it. Okay, the guys that wrote it did. So, you know, that's their controls. What am I going to tell you? So we're kind of stuck with them. All right. So anyway, we're going to hit A. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to grab hold of this profile right here. We're going to sign in. There we are. Okay, good. Now this is an offline profile. It's not on Xbox Live. Okay, so, you know, we don't have to mess around with Xbox Live right now or anything like that. But it'll basically show you what can be done. Now, Purge menu, it's really simple. You start up GTA. It's going to give you options which way you want to open the menu up. And then, you know, I mean, just select your poison and have a blast, okay? That menu's been around for a long time. It's a good, solid, rock-solid menu. All right, so here we go. Now, we'll go into Xbox 360 games, all right? And then what we'll do is we will go over to BO2, okay? Here we go, Black Ops 2. There we are. Okay? Now, here we go. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit A. And then we're going to hit A again, and we're going to start it. Now, there's no special way to start this thing up. It starts up from the dashboard. You can see Black Ops 2 is bypassed. Life is good. Okay? There we are. Alright, now. So hit the start button. Come on. Hurry up. Let's go here. You got all day. There we are. Okay, yeah, he's dead, we know. Okay. Now, okay, so press start. And I might have to set this game up here. Yep, I will. Hang on here. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. And we'll adjust the safe zone. Okay, good. And we'll do that. Yes, I want the graphic content. Of course I want graphic content. Everybody wants graphic content, okay? Now, we'll go right to multiplayer, okay? The multiplayer, you will see Black Ops 2 cheats loaded. All right. There you go. All right. And we'll be bypassed once again. All right. Then we're going to go to local settings right here. We're going to go to local game. We're going to do a local game. Okay. So we'll set up the bots on that. We'll use 9 for target practice. Okay. And we're going to start the match. Okay. Now, like I say, with the off-post D-pad left to open it, X to select, B to back out. For Jiggy, you know, holding left trigger, push down the right thumbstick. All right, and then you're going to use A to select and X to back out. All right, so we'll start the match. I'm going to start it up with Jiggy first, so that way I can put myself in God mode. All right, and have access to all the funny, crazy stuff that's on Jiggy that's been there forever. Okay, so here we go. We're starting Nuketown as usual. All right, good. We're going to grab a gun. Okay, holding left trigger, push down right thumbstick. There you go. I'm going to go to main mods and I'm going to do quick mods, and that way I don't have to go ahead and start selecting crap like crazy. X to back out of there. We'll go down to bullets. We'll add some stuff to the bullets, like swarms and grenades and dog bullets. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll back out of there. Okay? And then we'll back out of there. All right, and then what we'll do is we will press D-pad left. There's our off-post right there. X to select. You can turn all this crap on. The off-post is great for when you're playing online, you know, because you don't have to force the host or anything like that. And it's pretty good. It's a pretty decent sheet. All right, so we're going to back out of there. We're going to go to the aimbot menu. X to select that. Aimbot, we're going to do on screen, okay? And then we're going to do visible warning, proximity warning, and target details, and then we're going to back out of there. We're going to go to ESP menu. We're going to choose ESP. We're going to put pyramids around the little bastards, and then we're going to do all this crap, and then we're going to distance there and snap lines, okay? Back out of here, okay? Hit B, then hit D-pad left. When they turn blue, let them have it, okay? And as you can see, it all works really good. There goes a whole bunch of dogs, okay? I'm going to fly through the air with the greatest of ease without a trapeze. Up in the air we go. And we're going to start blasting everything around here, okay? Including everything that can explode, okay? And people, too. Okay, then we got 10,000 dogs. Yeah, you don't like that card. Never did, never will. There we go. Get rid of that card too. Okay? Now, if you want to be a real dick, hold the left trigger, push down the right thumbstick, okay? Go to aimbot, hit aimbot, unfair aimbot, and now you can piss off the entire lobby. There you go. The victory is mine, say it's me. Okay? I love that. So anyway, there you go. Very simple, okay? Works great. Everything works on it, so like it's great, okay? Now, what's going to happen is, alright, is we're going to back out of here. I'm going to show you Sentinel for zombies, okay? Just so you got it, alright? That way you can see that working too, alright? Here we go. Now, alright, what we're going to do is we're going to back out of here, okay? Just going to leave the lobby. And then what we're going to do, we're going to hit B and back out of there, and then we're going to go right to zombies, alright? Now, zombies are going to load. And we're going to do transit on this. Now, like I said, with this one here with Sentinel, hold the left trigger, push down on the right thumbstick, alright? You X to select. Then to back out of it, you got to hold it on the left trigger, push down on the right thumbstick. Okay, don't ask me why. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't program it. All right, so anyway, we're going to go to local. Okay, here comes the planet. Here we go. Okay, you hit A, transit. There we go. Transit. There we go. All right, the original. There we go. And now we'll start the match. Okay, and it's going to throw us into a map here, and I'm going to pull up the menu, and you can see what it looks like here. All right, this should be. Hey, Weatherman, how are you? Alright, so anyway, here we go. Okay, now. Okay, hold the left trigger. Push down right thumbstick. There's your menu right there. Go to personal mods. We'll turn God mode on, infinite ammo. Like I said, I'm only going to choose a few. Okay, and then we're going to hold the left trigger, push down the right thumbstick. Then we'll go to the weapons menu. Okay? We'll go ahead and we'll load up with an AK. Well, with an MP5. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, then what we'll do, we'll go to weapons options right there. And we'll go to the bullets menu, just for the hell of it, and we'll do Mustang South. Okay? There you go. Okay? Now, we'll back out of there. Or I should say Mustang and South. Okay? And then, of course, you know, we can just, yeah, there you go. As you can see, we have the aimbot on, so, you know, it does help. Alright? And, you know, there's a lot of stuff with this menu that you can do. We'll back out of there. Okay, we can go to, there's the fun menu with all the stuff that you can do here, velocity, railgun, bounce trap, you know, car heads, all that kind of good stuff. Modern War Boys, the whole, you know, everything that you can think of. Okay? Then, of course, you have the models menu where you can change different models and stuff. Get the hell out of here. Okay? I'll back out of there. And, of course, you have the Forge menu. Yeah. Bitch! Get it out. Okay? And, let's see here. Zombies menu. Yeah, you could spawn some zombies. What the hell? Yeah, there they are. Yeah, you know, and there they go. Oh, a whole bunch of them. Okay. And then what we'll do is we can, let's see here. You can kill all the zombies. There you go. That kills them all. So on and so forth, okay? Let's see. Power-ups menu. Yeah, you can shoot power-ups. Yeah, if you want. See? And then yeah, there we go. And there's a whole bunch of power-ups there, okay? Infinite insta-kill. There we go. Yeah, so on and so forth. And we could just nuke them. Yeah, we went with max ammo, okay? Now, we'll back out of there, okay? You have the rounds menu, plus round, plus 1, plus 10, plus round 255, there you go. So now we're on 254, okay? There you go, okay? Now, let's see, we'll back out of there. The teleport menu where you can teleport all over the place to wherever you want to go. Alright, and then you have your map mods, you know, all of them right there, you know, so on and so forth. Give those little pieces, you know, pieces, yeah, play a song, whatever you want to do, okay? And there's more to it than that. Let's see, there's lobby mods. There's your lobby mods right there. Back out of there, okay? And then you have game settings, menu settings, player menu, all players menu, so on and so forth. So there you go. That's another mod there, out of the way, and done, that you don't have to deal with. Okay, so now, alright, now this will bring us back to FSD, okay? So that was our off host and all that kind of good stuff, okay? Now, look, alright, there's a certain thing that you have to do to start this thing up for the first time on your network. It's very important that you do this, otherwise you will rip your hair out, okay? Because it will give you all kinds of DNS errors, and you'll be sitting there going like, what the hell is going on? Alright, so now I'm going to show you how to do this, alright? This is very, very easy. Alright, when you first get this console, okay? When you first get the console, this is what I want you to do. I want you to plug the power in, plug the HDMI cord in. Take the drive door off. Grab hold of the, it's brand new, so there we go. Alright, and pull the hard drive out, okay? Then what I want you to do, I want you to boot the console, okay? Console will boot. Alright? Now, what we'll do is once the console boots, it's going to go ahead, and what it's going to do is it's going to go into the stock dashboard, okay? So there we go, console's booting, okay? And, you know, the fancy dashboard and all that crap is on here, all right? So we have to wait for that, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to set it up on your network, because it's got to get set up on your network for the first time. If you don't do this, and it's a one-shot deal. I mean, unless you bring it to a friend's house, then you got to get it up on his network. Then you got to come back to your house, and you got to get it back up on your network, okay? So this is what you got to do, okay? First time, okay, on any network, okay? And, you know, you only got to do it once. All right, so we're going to go up, we're going to go over, we're going to go to settings, we're going to go to system. Okay, under system, we're going to go to network settings. Under network settings, you'll see my Wi-Fi is already selected. You're just going to pop up over here. Click on it, put your password in. When you do that, it's going to automatically test the Xbox Live connection like this. You're going to get a check mark and 2 red X's, okay? Hopefully, okay? There you go. Okay, so the most important one that you have to know of, okay, is going to be, let me set you up over here so you can see it a little better, okay? That one right there, okay? Don't care what these two do, okay? I really don't. All I care is about that one, because if you connect to your local area network, then you can get to the internet and you can get to the Xbox Live. If you don't connect to your LAN, you had better check your router settings and make sure it's allowing the Xbox on your router. Because if it does not, it will not connect to the internet. It's that simple, because it can't even connect to your local area network. Make sense? Okay? That's the reason why you got to make sure that you have that check marked off, okay? If you do not, check your router. Make sure you have WP2SK, whatever the heck it is, you know, with the password and everything else. Make sure you're using the proper password with the thing and everything to get that. You should wind up with a screen that looks just like that, okay? Plain and simple. Once you get that screen, then what I want you to do, I want you to power the console off, okay? Now, what we're going to do is, we're going to plug the hard drive back in, okay? We'll see it with a click. Close the drive door. Now, most important thing that you must do is pull this power cord. You got to clear the SMC. That's the Systems Management Controller. If you do not do that, what will happen is it will have garbage DNS in it and you will not connect to live, okay? The only way to clear that, after you set it up on your network, is to pull this power cord and leave it out for 5 minutes. Make sure the capacitor is discharged on the thing, so then that way then the south bridge is dead, completely dead, and starts off fresh, okay? Now, once you're done there, all right, then you can plug it back in. Now, mind you, I'm plugging it back in, and hopefully it will go online because my network settings are already set up. So, you know, I mean, it knows the network that it's on, so I'm not going to have garbage DNS settings, hopefully. Although this has bitten me in the ass before, okay, and I've sat there going like, okay, it didn't connect, typical Microsoft, okay, you know, so I had to wait the 5 minutes in order to, you know, get it back up online, okay? But, anyway, for the most part, you leave it out for 5 minutes, okay? After 5 minutes up, plug it back in, power the console on, okay? Then, once the console power's on, set you up so that way then you can see the screen, okay? Hey, Richard, how are you, man? Good to see you, brother. All right, yeah. Okay, so we'll power it up, okay? You see this green stuff moving around, then that's going to stop. Okay, now when that locks, that means it locked the server, okay? It got connection to the server. Now it's going to, you can hear the fan speed pick up, it's going to run FSD. You're going to see plugins come across the screen. So that's good, we're halfway there, okay? We're connected, it's on the LAN, it's getting connected to my server, it's getting connected to Purge, and all that crap. So life is grand, there you go, okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that it's online, okay? So now what we do is sync up the controller, go on over to Homebrew section, okay? And then we'll go to Xbox 360 dashboard. We'll hit the A button, we're going to hit it again. All right? Should have a square that pops up, just like that. If you've got that square, guess what? Okay? You're good to go. It's hot, it's live, it's good, okay? So, once that's done, we're good. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to select a player, okay? If you have, now, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to wind up downloading a profile. Okay, now, if you have an existing Xbox Live profile, you can download it and put it on here. I don't recommend it because you're putting it on a modded Xbox, okay? Now, mind you, I haven't had a profile ban in years, okay? However, all right, there is that slim chance that that could happen. And if you have a retail profile that you worked hard for, that you spent money on, it can all go away and have a heartbeat. So I would suggest making a new profile on xboxlive.com/live. Make a modest profile, okay? Do that, all right? And then come back here once you make the profile, okay? You're going to use Outlook for the email credentials and everything. Once you make the profile, then you come back here. You go to download profile, okay? Once the profile downloads, it's going to look something like this once it starts, okay? It's going to sign in. You're going to see the spinning circle of death. Boom, you're going to be up on live. And there you go, okay? Life is grand. Now, if for some reason, and this has happened to people, if for some reason you're sitting there trying to download your profile and you're sitting there for 15 minutes and it still hasn't downloaded, okay, it's not a problem with the RGH, it's not a problem with the server, it's a problem with Microsoft, okay? What happened is during the download process, it got corrupted, okay? So, how do you fix that? That's pretty easy. What you do is, now this is only if you have a problem downloading your profile, okay? If you log into this thing, all right, and you have that problem with it, all right, all you got to do is hit B to back out of downloading it, bring it back here, okay? Then what I want you to do is I want you to go up, over, bring it to settings, bring it down to system, okay? Under system, I want you to go to storage. Under storage, I want you to hit the hard drive, okay? And then what I want you to do is I want you to go to profiles. Underneath this profile will be the profile that you have tried to download, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to use D-pad to hover down to it, all right? And then you're going to hit A, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to highlight delete, and you can delete it right off the Xbox, okay? Just delete that profile right off of there, all right? Then, once that's done, back out of here, back out of here, back out of here. Leave that highlighted, okay? There's a method to the madness. Hit Y, device options, okay? Do not go near format. Of course, you have to put the serial number in, so that's the only way to format one of these things. So if you put the serial number in, then you definitely want it to format it, okay? But anyway, stay away from that. Go to clear system cache, all right? You can do it twice because Microsoft likes to be repetitive, I guess. I don't know. So anyway, we're going to hit yes, okay? We're going to clear the system cache on the hard drive. Then what we're going to do, we're going to hit it once again. You're going to do it twice, okay? That's all you need to do. Just do it twice. That's all you got to do, all right? Now, once that's done, back out of here, go up, go over, go to social, go down to sign in, all right? And then all you're going to do, download your profile. It will download that, okay? You won't have a problem, all right? Then, once that's done, hit your guide button, Xbox Home, and now take it back to FSD. David, what's happening, man? Good to see you, brother. Glad you're hanging. All right. David's a good old friend of mine. He's been around forever. He's been around as long as I have. God almighty, man. We're getting old, dude. So, anyway. How you like that election, guys, huh? Let's not go there. Let's not freaking go there. Let's not go there at all, okay? It's a complete menagerie. We still don't know what, where, who, how, when, you know? Good God. Somebody, just pick an asshole and let him leave the country, okay? I don't give a fuck no more. God. So anyway, Jesus. Like it's going to do us any good anyway. Are you kidding me? They're all for them. Hooray for them. The hell with the people. I don't know. Okay? Whatever. Sorry. So anyway, before I get on the soapbox. Alright, so anyway, you come back here, okay? What I want you to do, I want you to go to the homebrew section right here, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to run a little program called XM360, okay? Now this is an unlocker, alright? We're going to run it. Right now it's going to list off all the titles and everything that's on the hard drive, okay? The reason why we want to run that is because we want to make sure that all the downloadable content is unlocked and all of the arcade, the XBLA, is unlocked to this console. It's got to be hashed properly. What I mean by that is security-wise, okay? The only way to do that is to unlock it, all right? Otherwise, what's going to happen is you have the downloadable content, but you won't be able to play it because it hasn't been hashed for this Xbox, okay? So that's why we go to unlock. As you can see, we have stuff that's already unlocked and everything, okay? But this is the screen that you're going to get. Now, when you get this screen, go over to the left, go over to Unlock XBLA, hit A, okay? See, 0 files unlocked because it's already unlocked, okay? To this profile and to this console. So, alright, so now we're going to back out of there. Alright? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to show DLC. That's your downloadable content, alright? Now, we're going to go on over to Unlock DLC. We're going to hit it. Now, it should unlock 10 or 20 files, I do believe. I think. Yeah, unlock 10 DLC. Okay. So anyway, okay, let me tell you why we're doing that. Like I said, we're unlocking it to this console. We're unlocking it to this profile, okay? You can have all the DLC on here that you want, but if it's not unlocked, you ain't going to be able to use it. It is that simple, all right? That's why you have to do this, okay? Now, also, in case you want to, like, go on, like, a torrent site, like, dare I say, piratebay.org, you know, or thepiratebay.org, or a website that has DLC for this thing. Let's say you want to let your fingers do the walking and go ahead and download some shit. Right? Well, you can. And then you could even put it on a USB, or you download it to your computer, transfer it with Neighborhood, doesn't matter. Your content, you know, your downloadable content, you're going to put in your content folder, that 16.0 folder, okay? Now, when you get that and you do download it to the console, you got to do this, all right? Which means once you put it on there, come to XM360, okay? Go to unlock DLC or unlock XBLA, whatever you downloaded, all right? And unlock it. It's going to find it, it's going to unlock it. So then it's runnable on its console. Because like I said, you can download all you want, but if it's not unlocked to this console, you ain't going to be able to play it. Alright, so that's why this tool is very important. Okay? And once you're done, go to exit the dash, and now you can feel free to run and do all kinds of crazy shit to people or whatever, or maybe be a nice modder and actually help some people out. Okay? I like the latter. Okay? I mean, yeah, it's fun blowing up people, but, you know, it's also fun helping people. So, you know, there you go. Alright? It's your choice, man. You wield the power. Somebody else. So, anyway, there you go. Now, once it's done, go have a blast, man. Alright? Now, two other things I'm going to show you, okay, that we're going to get started off with here. Under emulators, okay? Now, look. You can run any emulator on here. They all work. They all have games. There's over 7,000 titles, you know, in just two of them alone, okay? So you've got more games than you know what to do with. We use Game Boy Advance, for example. Okay, we'll hit that. All right? And there you go. There's Virtual Boy Advance, okay? Now your games, there they all are. Use the trigger to go down page by page. Use the trigger left to go up page by page. D-pad to go game by game, okay? A to play it, B for the main menu. It is that simple, all right? You can play anything that you want, you're good. Once you're done, exit, bring you back to FSD. Alright? Like I said, pretty much this is a no-brainer console. Alright? You know, like I said, it comes set up. It's ready to go. Okay? The only thing you gotta do is connect to the network. That's all you gotta do. Okay? Now, alright. Now that's done. I'm gonna show you how to play original Xbox games on this thing. Okay? This is important. Alright? Well, if you want to play original Xbox classic games, okay? Which is all well and fine. You can play them. But the problem though is this. You can't play them with the server. Alright? See, if you have this guy with the fancy crap and everything else, well, it's not gonna work. Okay, because the guide is also calling a place in memory that the compatibility file is. So guess what? It locks up. Power PCs do not like that. Okay, right? It's like, no, my memory's place. Okay, no, you can't have it. Ah! So what'll happen is if you try to play with the server on, well, the end result is this big black freaking screen that doesn't do a damn thing except leave you sitting there going like, what the happened? I broke it! No, you didn't break it, okay? It's sitting here confused a little bit. Going, mine, and it's nobody's, okay? So, how do we fix that? It's really easy. We put it in bypass mode, okay? Bypass mode is simply this, okay? And you do this to bypass your plugins and dash phones in case you want to change a menu or boot up or whatever, okay? Because it just ignores the launch any except for XBDM, okay? Never ever remove XBDM from plugin 1. I will not emphasize enough on that. If you do that, you'll be like, why can't I connect to Neighborhood? Because that's part of the networking, okay? So don't ever change XBDM plugin, okay? Now, we're going to do this, and we're going to put this in bypass mode, okay? So here we go. Power, hit the eject button. Leave the tray hanging out. Do not push the tray in until the thing boots, okay? Now, it booted. We're not going to push the tray in until we reach the dashboard, whatever dashboard you have set up to run on this thing, okay? We're going to sync a controller. Alright, now it's going to go to FSD. You're not going to see any plugins, nothing come across the screen, okay? Which means it's completely disconnected, okay? Which is good, except for the LAN, your local area network, okay? And you will see that you have a local area network address here. So you can still connect to it with Neighborhood and all that crap, alright? However, though, in bypass mode, the rest of the plugins don't work, okay? So, now that we reach the dashboard, I'm going to push the tray in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go on over. I'm going to go to Xbox Classic Games. We're going to hit A. Okay? Very, very simple. Now, guess what? We can play a game. Like this one. See, our logo comes up, everything's happy, life is good, the world is happy. There you are. And there we go. And then we're going to have this stupid broad come on here. You get him in a seatbelt. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Okay? And your belly button. Okay? Press start. There you go. Okay? And pretty much, there you are. And the game will play. Okay? No, I don't want to create a new alias. And there you are. Original Xbox game. Okay? So, you know, compatibility files work. They work really good. They were the one guy who wrote these files, he updated them, and I mean, it'll play any title, you know, I mean, most of the time. Some of them will stutter in the beginning or whatever, but then it'll be fine, okay? Some of them won't, okay? There are a few that don't run on it, but for the majority's sake, they do, alright? So, if you want to play Xbox, you know, original Xbox games, this is it. The ones I put on here, I tested and they work with this, alright? So, you know, pretty much you're good to go, alright? So anyway, to get out of the original game, you go hit the guide button, choose home, yes, and then we're back at FSD. Now, listen, if you're going to play online, just remember now, it's in bypass mode. The only way to get it back online is to power it off and then reboot the console. That's all you got to do, okay? And you'll be online again, alright? So, there you go, and there you have it. So, Tyler, listen, brother, thank you so much for your business. I greatly appreciate it. I hope that you enjoy the console. I'm going to be shipping it off to you tomorrow. You'll have a tracking number, all right, and we'll get it off to you, all right? And guys, listen, I want to thank you all for hanging with me. I greatly do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. You've been around for a long time. I know so many of you, and I've known you over the years through Facebook and everything. It's crazy, and it's like it's like, you know, when you see all these people, it's like, oh my God, man, it brings back so many memories and so many consoles, so little time. Okay, so anyway, listen. Thanks again for your business. I greatly appreciate it. Guys, thanks for hanging with me, okay? And for the people that are getting Xboxes from me, which is quite a few, okay? We're working on them, okay? Look for yours. It's coming up, all right? So anyway, guys, have a great night. Holler at you later. I'm on to my next one. Take it easy.